Hi, Sam Villa here. I really believe that one of the misunderstandings in products is application. It's all about product application. Let me give you an example. Olivia, when you apply product, how do you normally apply it? Do you apply it all the way through?
No, I just usually put it all over.
You put it all over. So that's global application, meaning she applies it from scalp to ends. For example, if you want some volume, apply your mousse at the base. And then if you want something like from there, mid-shaft to ends, you want some shine, then apply a lotion from mid-shaft to ends. But think about what's the end result. What's the vision that you want to see within certain areas of the head? Now, let me give you an example. Gels. I'm going to take Redken Hardware 16, and I'm just going to put a little bit of gel into the palm of my hand. That actually becomes your reservoir for product. Then I'm going to go through and just emulsify just the palms of my hands, just rotating. This is your reservoir. Your application or your applicator is actually your fingertips. Now, when you want a gel, you're going to apply it from at the base, right at the base. So whenever you want some lift, that's where you're applying a gel. I think the mistake we make is we apply a gel, and once again, just like Olivia was saying, we apply it from we apply it from scalp all the way through the ends. So it's really important that you understand the reason why you might not like a product is because of misapplication. Now that's a real simple way to apply a gel. Remember, reservoir, applicator. Now the gel is on my fingertips, and in most cases you're using a gel because you want a lot of control. You might want a little bit more support at the base. That's a great technique with a gel. Now let's go on and let's talk about Pillow Proof Primer. This is Redken's new product that I highly recommend. With this product, Redken Pillow Proof Primer, you have an opportunity to really cut your blow dry time down significantly. Highly recommend this one. Okay? Where do you apply it? From scalp to ends, just like we were talking about globally. Okay? Let's go to a oil. Oils are awesome. Now, if you take a look at Olivia, she's got a little bit of flyaways up on the top. Anytime you want to eliminate those flyaways, all I'm going to simply do is that you take your oil, you come through, apply it to the palm of your hand. Okay? This once again becomes your reservoir product. I'm going to emulsify right into the palm of my hand. Now I'm simply going to take, Olivia, just a real simple powder brush that you might use. And I'm going to use the powder brush. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to apply that right through your flyaways. And what that does is this will get these flyaways to lay down, and now you have some nice control and shine up on the top. Now remember, my friends, this is diamond oil, a shatterproof, really shatterproof shine that really gives you a lot more protection, but most importantly, this is a little trick to lay those flyaways down. Now let's talk about powders. You're seeing a lot of products out there that are powders. The one thing about powders is how do you apply a product that's a powder? Simply what you want to do is, instead of really going through and sprinkling it on top like most people do, you might find that sometimes you see the powder on the surface. Let me give you an example. I'm just going to turn Olivia so you can get a profile view of where she might want volume. What you're going to do is I want you to take, in this particular case, Redken's Powder Grip, which is a great product. Just give it up, a little shake like this. What you're doing is actually loading the product. Then what I want you to do is lift where you want the product to be placed, and I want you to just simply shoot the product into the crown area where you want it. So you can see I'm just simply coming through and I just shoot that product in and just shoot the powder in. So what you're doing is you're placing the product where you want the most response. That's what I want you to remember about product application. It's misapplication why you might not like a product. Now notice how I just shake that. Now look at the texture and look at the volume that she's been able to get by simply knowing how and where to place product. Most cases what you want to do is you definitely want to emulsify product. That's really critical. In a lot of cases, sometimes I'll blend products. I might take my Rough Paste 12, which is a paste, okay, and I want to go through, and I really want to go through, and I want to have a little bit more of a texture to it. So I'll take my Rough Paste 12, I'll go through, and I'll take just a small amount of that. So take a paste. Now I'm going to come through, and now I'm going to actually blend a product with a small amount of powder. Okay? And the reason being, this is going to give me just a little bit more tack. It's going to give me a little bit more separation. So when you want more of a textured kind of feel, you come through and you emulsify. Okay, now I come through. Now watch the separation that I'm going to get through the ends. And then watch how I can simply come through and I can simply make hair float. Just by coming through and doing this, you get the ability of hair to float and you get a little bit more separation in that. Just by simply going in and blending your products. You'll find a lot of ways to apply product. Yet remember what we're talking about here. It's misapplication of product. So let me review. When you're going through and you're working with time, highly recommend Redken Pillow Proof Primer. Cuts the blow drying time down. When you want to go through, you want to take a flyaways, I want you to work with a powder brush. Okay? And you're going to work with an oil. Take the oil, place it in the palm of your hand, emulsify. What's really important with oils, I want you to warm them up in your hand really, really fast. The more heat you get, the more separation, the more easy the application is. The problem with oils is people don't emulsify, you don't get it warm. Then what happens is you're finding one really sleek type of section that has too much oil on it. So by warming it up, you're going to get more mass application of the product in your oils. We also shared with you a trick on how to use an oil. Place it in your hand, warm it up, take your powder brush, just simply like you're working a powder, and imagine this is your powder for your hair in terms of laying these flyaways down. Love this particular technique. It's a great technique to work with. Then I talked about powder. Okay? Powder's a great product, especially when you're not shampooing your hair as often. What I love about powder is that it absorbs the oils. So anytime you want to absorb the oils, you're going to work with powder grip, Redken's powder grip. But what's most important is that you load it and you simply shoot it through. In most cases, you want to place the powder underneath. Sam, are there times when you want to place it on top? Yes, there is. So when you want to place the powder on top, all I'm simply going to do is just do this. You just simply shoot the powder above and just let the powder just float down. What I don't want you to do is just take it and start to sprinkle it. Sometimes you're going to get too much mass of powder in one area. So you can see it's all about application of products. Now, I have my favorite tip for you. If you have really, really medium to coarse hair, let's say for Olivia that you have really curly hair and you want to stretch it out. What I recommend you do is you're going to use a boar bristle brush. What you're going to do, hold that brush for me, Olivia. Take your diamond oil and you want to go through with your Shatterproof Shine. Okay, I'm just going to come through with my diamond oil. Okay, now I'm going to place this in my fingertips. So it goes on my fingertips. Okay, the problem with really coarse hair is that as you blow dry it expands and it gets frizzy. Then what I want you to do is take your boar bristle brush, emulsify your fingertips, and now I want you to place your oil just on your bristles of your round brush. Great little trick, my dear. And it helps to control frizziness. It helps to control really kind of natural curl that you're trying to stretch dry. There's nothing like blow drying with an oil. Just take the rest of the oil, just kind of work it through. Now go through and dry. I love this working with a boar bristle brush. So once again, Sam Villa, a hairdresser that cares about you when it comes to product application, just giving you some quick and easy tips to work with.